Most people misunderstand responsibility. They treat it as a moral demand or a burden imposed from the outside. But responsibility does not begin with effort. It begins with the collapse of expectation. Expectation is the quiet belief that something else will arrive first. Clarity, motivation, permission, rescue. Responsibility does not coexist with that belief. It replaces it. Expectation is rarely conscious. It doesn't announce itself. It hides behind phrases like, when I'm ready, when things settle, when I understand this better. These sound reasonable. They feel responsible, but they are delays disguised as conditions. Expectation structures time in a way that prevents responsibility from appearing. Not because responsibility is impossible, but because expectation occupies the space where responsibility would otherwise stand. This is why motivation fails so consistently. Motivation assumes that action should follow feeling, that readiness should precede commitment. Responsibility does not work that way. Responsibility is not triggered by confidence. It appears when reminders stop working, when encouragement loses its effect, when reassurance becomes noise. Motivation collapses under pressure. Responsibility does not. Readiness is one of the most damaging myths of modern self-understanding. It suggests that there is a future state where action becomes justified, but readiness never arrives intact. What arrives instead is fatigue, from waiting for a condition that was never required. Responsibility does not wait for readiness. It appears when the demand for readiness dissolves. Responsibility is often rejected because it offers no comfort. It does not promise relief. It does not validate hesitation. It does not explain itself. Responsibility is simply what remains when expectation ends. This is why it feels abrupt and why it feels isolating. Not because it is cruel, but because it does not negotiate. If this feels unsettling, that response is not accidental. Responsibility is not meant to feel reassuring. It is meant to be clear, and clarity without comfort is where this work begins.